Hold up. I made Alexa crash a Windows 95 computer. What about Japanese KFC video essay? I know there are some. You make a good point. I'll see if I can find one right now. I'll put it on my list. Oh. Abroad in Japan made a video 10 years ago. Oh, we'll just watch Chris's video then. Yeah, for sure. Perfect. I feel like I watched it a while back, but I don't remember it. Cutter yet. I will play around with that on my own time. I'm not gonna do like I'm not gonna mess around with it on this stream. But I made Alexa crash a Windows 95 computer. Here's why. I don't want to know why. I want to know how.
Hey Alexa, could you turn on the nuke?
Did you mean blue screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on the freezer.
Okay.
Why? Why have you done this?
During this weekend, I had to install Windows 95.
He's got the cheapest fuck arm that everybody else has. Same arm that I have, the one that's breaking.
On this HP machine that some of you already happen to know. And my idea was to turn this thing into a smart home device, allowing me to launch games.
What is this camera? Is this like a ThinkPad camera? What is this? I love the way he's framing this video. This is actually... He's only got like 6K subs. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna have to... I see Belle Delphine. Anyway.
And play music by having my Amazon Alexa device dial into this thing and run the required commands.
I haven't checked his channel yet.
That's entirely possible, but I realized that this would take too much time to pull off, and on top of that, just installing Windows 95 on this thing turned out to be easier said than done.
This is so fucking cursed. These ribbon cables of like are like tangled up as, oh my god. Like it's one thing to have an old computer like this. It's another thing to like put it together like this. Also, is that not gonna short? That's sitting is that sitting on the metal, or is that just like a weird framing? Because it looks like that might be touching the metal frame.
If I wasn't dealing with some sort of file system corruption, I would be met with a 40 RAM module.
I've seen a bunch of those before.
And if I wasn't dealing with a
Hey, you know about faulty RAM, don't you, Anson?
40 RAM module, I would run into a driver-related issue with my onboard sound card, turning the system into a blue screening mess.
Rip.
I managed to make the system run somewhat reliably by leaving my floppy drives disconnected and making use of a separate Sound Blaster card.
Yeah, feel free to chuck it in React
Having set
suggestions
up a
or in the
network drive,
chat.
I was finally able to get some programs installed. And while doing so, a train of thought has hit me. Since this computer likes to blue screen that much, why don't we just use Alexa as a dedicated blue screening device? Time for the intro.
What is this intro? I like that. I like that a lot.
If you ever heard of con/con, you probably know how easy it is to make a Windows 95 machine blue screen. Just type in con/con whenever the system needs you to provide a file path. You can even provide con/con as a boot parameter to have your system unalive itself during its initial start.
What a
Well,
ridiculous operating system.
and usually wants to cater to end users and their beauty standards, the Win9X blue screen was low-key made to jump scare you. You can be in the very middle of something, trying to get something done, and then all of a sudden you see your system switch into a different video mode just to tell you that some random VXD file at a random memory location has made an oopsie. While I call myself a retro computing enthusiast, I did not manage to overcome that blue screen phobia of mine. Anyway, while
Yeah.
the
Computers have gotten a lot better. People might like to what would you say, like what's the word? Idolize these older systems. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting design they had.
approach usually requires some degree of user interaction. You can achieve the same effect by launching a so-called Win nuke. If you have seen a previous video of mine, you already happen to know what the SMB protocol is. It's the stuff that allows you to do file and printer sharing and happens to be pre-installed on every blank slate Windows machine since Windows 2000. And while Windows 95 does not utilize the SMB protocol for file and printer sharing, it can still perform this task by using the similar.
We know this is a Linux system. It's a Linux system. It's a GNOME. Those are GNOME headers. Yeah, those are GNOME headers.
Similarly flawed NetBIOS protocol. And when feeding the computer's NetBIOS listener with garbage data, this results in a blue screen. And I managed to compile and run an old piece of source code in order to have a Linux machine of mine perform this garbage feeding. The thing is, I have already streamed stuff like this, but it's not as rewarding as just doing it in a private group. Oh, blue screen.
Let's go!
Blue screen. Okay, blue screen. And while digging
WannaCry was stopped by some guy buying a domain. Wait, I don't know the context here.
for similar exploits, I have also stumbled upon a file called jolt.c.
This is the most disgusting way possible
I've also
to show a terminal on your screen. I hate you. I hate this. Why did you do this? So all he did was chroma keyed out the background of the terminal. That's awful. That's so bad. I kind of want to do it myself.
upon a file called jolt.c.
It fits in so well with the aesthetic is going on for this channel, though.
It was written by Jeff W. Robertson back in 1997, and he asks you to give him credit if you happen to use his code. So Jeff, if you're still among us, here's that credit of mine. If your Windows 95 computer happens to use TCP/IP, it will usually respond to a ping request. And just like any other
Stack Overflow in the background. Beautiful.
data packet sent via TCP/IP, that data packet will remain in the receiving machine's memory until it has been dealt with. While a ping request usually happens to be a really small packet, you could, if you want to, blow it up in size and see what happens.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Huh, strange. Okay. Okay.
Oh!
Oh!
It was not very happy about that. Is it gonna blue screen?
And this is what Jeff's code allows us to do.
No.
So I ended up
No,
pinging
no.
the machine so hard that it corrupted the machine's system kernel. When
What a stupid fucking operating system!
suffering a Win nuke, Windows 95 has no problem recovering from it. You can still use the machine after hitting a random key and making that blue problem recovering
Oh,
from
yeah,
it.
yeah, this was a thing you could do in old versions of Windows, where it blue screens, but you're like, nah, fuck your blue screen. I'm just gonna keep going. This is why blue screens are a good thing, and having them be a hard stopper good. Because what would happen is you would just say, I want to just keep going, and you have no idea what is broken. So you might be in a state where, like, you're gonna start corrupting your data, and everything breaks.
You can still use the machine after hitting a random key and making that blue screen go away, but with a ping of death, that's the official term by the way, only a good old power cycle can undo its effects.
Oh my goodness, how does it even look in real life? Oh my goodness. This This looks so evil. I need to do it again.
The only thing that is left to do now is to have Alexa perform these attacks, which unfortunately is just not possible. While Alexa loves to leech off of your network's resources in order to be the pretty paperweight she has no intrinsic
I
understanding.
have Windows 95 or 98 laptop. I want to put Linux on it. You're gonna have to put a fairly old version on it. Actually, depending on the hardware, it might still be supported in the modern kernel.
Of anything, including your local network. So even if I create a custom skill for her, it would, just like Alexa herself, run on Amazon's infrastructure. But we all happen to know these people who are both rich and consumerist enough to have Alexa control their local household items. So how does that work?
Alexa, schalt Nebel an.
So-called smart home devices are usually connected to the remote infrastructure of their respective masters. Not you, of course, but the companies that sold them to you. And depending on the model and manufacturer, you can add a skill to your Amazon Echo account, linking both the smart home device and your voice-powered assistant to each other. And there's one particular Amazon Echo skill that allows you to run your own remote infrastructure, and that is called OpenHAB. Yeah, it's German. It must be German. It's like... They can't even supply Nano in their Docker abomination. Once you have set up your OpenHAB...
Okay, I like this guy a lot. I really like this guy.
Yeah, it's German. It must be German. It's like... They can't even supply Nano in their Docker abomination. Go. Once you have set up an OpenHAB...
Oh, based, very
instance
based.
on a local machine of yours, you can link it with the Amazon skill, and boom, you just gaslit her into believing that a trash-picked Linux machine of yours happens to be some kind of smart bridge that is responsible for managing your light bulbs. And the cool thing with OpenHAB is that you can set up a whole range of smart home devices that don't even have to exist. Alexa, turn on the freezer.
Okay.
By creating a few dummies.
So you just use this Linux machine as like a bridge device, and then have the Linux device do all of the complex stuff. You know what? That's awesome.
Switches, I can now hack OpenHAB into making it run custom code whenever these switches are being interacted with. I do believe that sanity is a limited resource, and I'm convinced that...
You could do some really stupid stuff with this. Like, this is like super tame, but you could do so much worse with this.
A few of my sanity points got lost in the process of making the setup work, but I pulled it off, and here's the result. Hey Alexa, could you turn on the blue screen?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Of course you can. Alexa, could you turn on the nuke?
Did you mean blue screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Alexa, could you turn on the freezer?
Freezer isn't responding. Please check its network connection and power supply.
Alexa, could you turn on the freezer?
Freezer isn't responding. Please check its network connection and power supply.
Wait, play Through the Fire and the Flames out of a smoke detector. Oh, oh god. Well, it's crashing, but it's not blue screening.
So yeah, if I have satisfied your demands for blue screens and other sorts of memory corruption, there are some buttons that you might want to click. And by the way, I'm currently producing even more blue screen ridden content pieces for you to watch, but script writing and editing happen to be work, the unpaid kind of work. And while unpaid work usually grants you some kind of exposure, let's face it, we've all been through that,
Yeah,
not
brother.
even that is guaranteed on this platform. And being someone's husband, I'll be given a hard time justifying my priorities and the time that I'm willing to invest in this game.
Imagine having a partner. Imagine having a partner.
Rightfully so. And since my last video hasn't resulted in a single red cent or an opportunity to work in exchange for a single red cent, allow me to be more specific. A donation or a channel membership is not about helping me cover a bill or two. Okay, it is about that, but it's just the mere tip of the iceberg. If you guys can help me stay afloat,
I might
until have
watch
become
the
self-sufficient
KFC
in
video.
the things that I do and like to do, you don't only contribute to the rest of this iceberg, you will also allow me to tell my wife that I was right the entire time. Thanks for watching.
I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. Go support his channel. That was a really cool video. I'm curious to see what he does next. I kind of want
Big
to.
A, I submitted my
No, we're
first.
not gonna watch. No, go away, Atriarch. I kind of want to see. I want him to go like full Michael Reeves with it. Right? He got 2 years ago, 367,000 views. Oh, he did this video. Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen this this video before. I think I was logged into another channel at the time, but I've definitely seen this video before. Yeah, go watch his channel. This is cool. Hopefully, he makes more cool videos like this. Wait, I wonder. Does he have an email address attached to his website? Let's find out. Does his website link actually work? Is the better question. I'm gonna give that a no. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a big old no. Yeah, nah, it don't work. Shit's fucked. Well, it's YouTube being slow. It might be his website being slow. Let's just grab the link directly and see if that does anything different. Yeah, no, his site's just not loading.